Aries, how you guys doing? Welcome back to those of you who are here once again. And if it's your first time, it's nice to have you. I hope you decide to become a part of this community. If you enjoy the message and you like my energy, don't forget to subscribe. It also makes it possible for other people who need to receive these messages to have access to them. To those of you who have taken the time to like, to comment, thank you so much. I appreciate the energy exchange, and I read all of the comments and they are incredibly kind. It's really nice to know that you are having receiving such positive messages and that they are helpful. We are all in this together. We are all going through these awakenings, and we are all growing, raising our frequency. So we are supporting one another in every way with the love and that we share, opening our heart chakras. Don't ever think that what you do is insignificant. Everything you do from a place of being aligned to your true self, aligned to source, everything that you do with an open heart echoes throughout creation in ways that some of you are able to see and others not. But I'm telling you, it has an impact. So be kind to yourself and love yourself, because you are very important. Aries, for those of you who are new, I'm High Priestess Elif. I am a spiritual healer, spiritual life coach, and a no-tools medium. I'm born gifted, so I intuit my reading. I channel the messages. I receive messages from Spirit, and so everything that I say to you from the time I begin until I finish is me channeling. So nothing that I've said to you up to this point is me, my personal opinion, or just what I want to say. There is a message here for you. I always ask that you take a few deep breaths, ask your guides and keepers to guide you through this message, to help you to see, to know, to feel, and to recognize if it is your message and which parts of the message is for you and what is not. Don't try and make things fit that don't fit. And if there's something that you don't feel is for you, let it go. Don't give it too much energy. Not everything has to fit. There is no right or wrong way to do this. There is no right or wrong. Take what feels right. Take what uplifts and leave the rest. You've entered a sacred space. For those of you who have subscribed, before I start my readings, I open a channel. I meditate and I open a channel for remote healing for my subscribers in the areas of love, heart chakra, your relationship with yourself, or breakthrough in those areas, wherever there may be blockages. So when you subscribe, you open the way for that, make it possible for me to extend that healing to you. That energy, you become receptive to it. Okay, so we're looking at what's happening in the twin flame dynamic with the zodiac's readings. And for those of you on a twin flame journey, we are looking at what's happening with your divine masculine. It's most likely that you watching are the divine feminine, but it could be the other way around. You might have stumbled on this video and your curiosity has just been sparked. Your guides know who needs to be here, who needs to receive messages. Either way, I'm looking at the energy for the divine masculine and feminine separately. This gives you an indication of whether it is your story, where you are at the moment. When I refer to masculine and feminine, I'm referring to the energy that you embody in the dynamic, not to your gender. Could be a same-sex couple. So it's not, divine masculine is not a man, and divine feminine is not necessarily a woman. It is just the energy that you embody on your twin flame journey. You have a positive and a negative polarity, because in nature we have duality. And so for us to be grounded to this earth plane, because we are one soul, we have incarnated into two bodies. So we have two separate minds and two bodies, and that's the duality that helps keep us grounded to this plane, to this earthly plane. So let's see what's happening for the divine masculine in this twin flame dynamic for Aries. What's nice is this gives us an indication of if it is your story or not, where you are at, and how your energies are lining up. Okay, the Divine Masculine, Spirit says to me, was wearing a mask. And that was because their persona, personality, their 3D reality, and their 5D, and obviously soul self, they were not lining up. Those were very different. And they believe that they need to be different. Like you need to, when you're in the workplace, you need to wear a certain mask. That's what they believed. But what's happened is there was a need for this, for the yin and yang to come into balance, for the inner masculine and feminine to individuate. This masculine felt very, very overwhelmed by the emotions. And they also felt overwhelmed by the fact that they realize you are such a catch. And that other people see how amazing you are, and that you probably won't be single for long, so they need to make a decision. But they were just not ready. This really tore them apart inside. What's happened with all of the eclipse and with with astrology, everything going on with astrology, there's been a lot of awakening and a lot that's come into play. This masculine's also received communication, so a message or a declaration that really made them, that opened their eyes to a lot of things. Somebody wrote them a letter or a message. It could have been you, but Spirit is showing me it was somebody else. But it really put a lot of things into perspective for them. Divine Feminine, you've been acutely aware of the power of being present, and really, really being present with everything. You've been taking a closer look at situations, you've really been listening to what friends say when you're with them. You listen to the energy behind what they say. You're not taking anything at face value anymore. And that's because you've been going through this awakening on such a conscious level. You've had to cut certain things out, certain people out. And I am seeing that you've done a lot of healing work here. And obviously that makes sense, because if you're on a twin flame journey, that's what the journey awakens in you. Okay. Spirit says that this DM is definitely putting together a letter or an email or a message to send to you or to bring to you. Also, just another indication, many of you were not actually in a relationship with this person. You were friends, but there was a strong romantic pull, and you guys did speak about being together. But for some of you, you didn't get that far. So something's obviously happened here. So let's see what Spirit says. What is happening for Aries in the twin flame dynamic in July? Victory. Victory. Yeah. Very strong beliefs, very strong paradigms no longer matter. This person felt very burdened, and they knew they needed to walk away from something. They were holding off on doing that. But that cycle has closed. Yeah. That cycle has closed. That's why I'm seeing this person coming in towards you. Lots of passion here. This person's feeling lots of passion towards you. And you have absolute clarity. You've, like I said, you've realized there's so much more. There's a bigger picture to everything. You have greater insight into these situations and into these dynamics than you had before. Someone in this divine masculine's life, Spirit is saying to me, they've put an end to another relationship. They've made it clear that it's time for it to be, it's time for things to start being set in motion, for closing this off. And this person's really had a lot of anxiety about this, sleepless nights. This person has learned to love themselves, and so have you. There's a lot of love here, a lot of emotion, and this person is coming your way with this. Where there was a tendency initially to make a head over heart decision, where they pretended to be cold when actually they feel so much for you. They've come out of that energy. This person understands what it means to love themselves now. Yeah, they're definitely moving forward. So you can look forward to a message, Aries, or this person coming to you, showing up somewhere, or asking to see you and meet with you, maybe sending you an email. I'm seeing something that's been well thought out. So it's not going to be a one-liner, you know. It's going to be expression of feelings and thoughts and stuff like that. Yeah, this person's not willing to be sneaky anymore. They just don't want that anymore. They know that because they felt stuck, and because they were not moving, and because they know why they've shown up the way they have, and they just don't want to be that person anymore. They just don't want to be that person anymore. Clarity, passion, what is active, what is strong in the 5D is going to be showing up in the 3D. Yeah, there's movement here. Absolutely. So that's your message, Aries. I think that's a great message. If you're worried about this person's sneaky behavior that they showed you in the past, you don't have to worry about that anymore. This person really didn't like who they were, how they showed up in this dynamic. And whether you know this or not, that's weighed on them the heaviest. And they've really done a lot of work to figure out, you know, what, where, why, how. And they have a better idea, and that's why this person feels ready to come towards you and to share this with you. Okay. So Virgo, that is your message. Beautiful message. And as I say, I see that for many of you, you were friends. So that's a nice place to start, to pick up again, if you are ready to do that, if that's what you feel you want to do. If you don't feel that you're ready, then don't feel forced, you know. But as I say, a friendship is always a nice place to start. And maybe this time, open yourself up to the friendship, because you clearly love this person and this person loves you, but without the expectation of it automatically becoming more. And that just releases the pressure. Spirit is saying that this person is methodical. So this has been slow. This has been a long time coming, but it's for the best. They are walking away from feeling emotionally unfulfilled. They're just not willing to do that anymore. It's not worth it. And as I said, you know, there's victory. This person's been patient. They've made a choice. They've worked through their perspective, and they've gone back and forth with this so many times that they are absolutely certain. They don't feel, they're coming out of that energy of where they felt stuck, you know. Yeah, justice. They've made the choice, cutting out what doesn't serve and what isn't right and what doesn't feel right, and moving towards balance and harmony with you. They've thought about this long and hard, eh? They haven't stopped thinking about you and all the goodness and all the good times. And this person hasn't had an easy journey since, you know, yeah. They want to come towards you. They don't want this distance. They feel like there's this huge space between the two of you. They know they broke their own heart because they were taking their own sweet time to move away from a burdensome situation. And Spirit says the two of you felt so connected. They felt that you were so close, and them not feeling that has been sad. They want that new beginning with you. Two of Cups. This person knows there's no one else like you. They know that. And they miss that. They know who you are. They know who you are. Wow. Gifted, intuitive, strong, independent. You don't need anybody. This is also, you know, this would obviously trigger someone's sense of being inadequate. They haven't felt, you awoke in them the belief that the love that they've always wanted is possible. It's always been about you. Everything's been about you. This person's been, Spirit says this person's been hiding and pretending that everything that they've been doing, and every upset and every frustration and every tear and every win, it's been about you. They can look themselves in the mirror at the moment and they like what they see, and they know that what they feel for themselves is all you. You are their joy, their happiness, their abundance, and their fulfillment. This is beautiful, guys. So that is your message for July. If you find that the message resonates, don't hesitate to comment. Leave me a comment, like, and if you choose to subscribe, I look forward to seeing you again. If you're interested in a personal reading, you're welcome to contact me. My email is in the description box below. You know where you are. You know what you need to do. But if this message resonates, your person's coming in. Beautiful, beautiful energy. This person loves you very much. I can feel it. And I wish you well with this, guys. Love and light to you. I'll see you next time. Bye now.